He's not going to get within 5% of it because we can't see it. I'm not scared. I'm destroying a globe, Faith, you hold.
1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got 4.
Sorry, let's just establish with Rumpus on mute if he's not listening to me again, same as yesterday. Anybody in Discord? Did he listen to any of my rebuttal? Was he too scared? Did he talk through every bit of it so he couldn't hear it, so he didn't have to respond to it?
All he did was say 3 words, 4 words, 2 words.
You talked through the entire thing.
So like the last time we got to this concluding point, he called me scaredy cat. And on this occasion, I've said I'm not scared to discuss the fact that you cannot derive geometry from a horizon he defines as not geometric. That would be apparent. You can't derive geometry, as is claimed Al-Biruni did, from something he can't see. Now, according to Rumpus and every fundy on this circuit, we cannot see a geometric horizon.
No one's claiming that we see physical geometry.
It's not a visual horizon.
Of course, what Mr. Oakley will say is that we presuppose what the Earth is, the shape of the Earth.
If you can't see the horizon that is geometric, you can't get a measurement. If it is a refraction, it is not geometric. You have no R value. Your R value is your radius. You're fucking retards.
Well, yes. Right, can you clear the airwaves? I just want to hear Sleeping Warrior and Rumpus. Nobody else, please.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good to
Hello,
have you.
Rumpus.
Thanks for joining.
How are we today?
Feeling not too bad, not too bad.
So about that geometric horizon, do you concede that it's apparent? It's not geometric after all? Al-Biruni couldn't have been measuring...
Hold on, we've covered this. I thought you were going to talk to him about the core. That's what he was talking about in chat. Don't just immediately change the subject on him, Anthony.
Sorry, I didn't realise there was a plan. So we want to talk about molten iron core?
Only because that's what you were talking about that he was discussing in the chat. So, ideally...
Okay, so
notice how
where do we
Nate
get
doesn't want to talk about horizons.
Electric
It's very obvious there.
If you say so,
Scaredy cat.
Rumpus. If you say so.
Scaredy cat.
No. Okay, I don't mind summarising that point. Al-Biruni's supposed to be measuring geometry, and according to you, he's measuring an apparent horizon that isn't geometric. So he's not measuring geometry. Oh, I'm not scared of it. That was the point we ended on last time when you said scaredy cat through me about 100 times.
Scared.
Now you're talking through me.
Definitely.
It seems you're talking through me. It seems that Rumpus is a scaredy cat. Because he definitely doesn't want to listen to and then respond to the fact that he said Al-Biruni's measuring an apparent horizon, which he made very clear isn't geometric. Therefore, Al-Biruni...
Did you hear that? Apparent isn't geometric. You don't have geometry with an apparent horizon. Ergo, you do not have an R value, which is radius. So, you're fucked.
He's definitely not going to derive geometry from that. He's going to talk through me, scaredy cat, scared to listen to my rebuttal. Same as last time, scaredy cat. You can't respond to this.
Not a word. I can't speak at all. Oh, God, I'm going to get a chance.
No, I'm going to repeat my statement and then you're going to respond to it, or you can say...
When Rumpus speaks, he just says the same thing over again, saying that he never got to say anything, and yet he's repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's insanity.
Eddie Cat, those are your two options. Either respond to me with a rebuttal, or you talk through me. I don't mind which. So, you've expressly detailed that the geometric horizon is not the apparent horizon, and the only thing that you can derive geometry from would be the geometric horizon. You told us Al-Biruni's measuring the apparent horizon, so he cannot derive geometry from it.
He can, because they're very close together if you go...
They're very close, though they're not the same. So it's not giving him geometry.
They're very close together. How would you determine if the geometric and the apparent horizon are very close together? If you can't measure it. If you can't measure it, how would you determine that?
It's close enough.
Close enough? It's just good enough, Globe Fundies. You heard it here first. He's not measuring geometry. Apparently he's getting R from this measurement, but it's good enough.
For him, yeah.
For him, it's good enough. Yeah, just good enough to base an R value that you then use to bend the horizon into a different position.
I'm going to keep saying this over and over again because a lot of people I know, they're so fucking stupid. They don't know what the R value is. The R value is the radius of the Earth. Radius. Radius.
Good enough to base the refraction value of R on.
It's good enough for the 11th century.
Sorry, good enough for the R value that you're going to bend the horizon around with.
We don't use Al-Biruni's value now, Nathan. We've got...
Sorry, you use an R value, and he was deriving it.
Yeah, but we don't use the way...
Sorry, you use an R value, and that's what he was supposed to be measuring. Am I scared? I don't seem very scared.
You are.
Oh, really? I seem terrified while I point out that he couldn't have derived geometry because he couldn't see a geometric horizon. You've told us.
Everything I say.
Then how did he know he was close
value
enough?
That he got
If he
for
couldn't
R,
could he even see the geometric horizon?
Twat comes and interrupts. I could never get in at all.
Who cares? You've told us he measured the apparent horizon. And the only thing that's going to give him geometry is a geometric horizon, which he wasn't measuring according to you. They're very much not the same thing. You're being pummeled. Yeah, we give a crap about your bleatings. No, we don't.
Words.
We don't care about your bleatings. How many words you get here is not of concern to me. What is...
This is an example. The fictitious car is close to the real car, but I want to measure the fictitious car and assert that that's my horizon, my real car. Meanwhile, you can't measure to a fictitious car because it simply does not exist, just like your globe.
Of concern to me is that you've pointed out that Al-Biruni's measuring an apparent horizon, so he's not got a geometric value from that then.
No, not even one word.
Yeah, that's all you can do is bleat about how many words you get. You can't respond, can you, scaredy cat? I'm pointing out that apparent horizon's not geometric, and you're scared.
3 words.
Yeah, you're scared, scaredy cat. Scaredy cat hasn't got a geometric horizon.
Word now. I'm down to 0 words. Oh.
No, we're hearing you saying how many words you get each time. We're hearing you not respond to me pointing out that he's not deriving geometry from an apparent horizon.
I'm trying to respond, but I can't.
Well, we're hearing you telling us that you're trying to respond, but you're not responding to the fact he hasn't got a geometric value from an apparent horizon because you can't get that.
2 words.
I'm trying, 2 words, 3 words, I'm trying to respond to a geometric horizon, I'm trying, but I'll just never say anything that makes any sense because I can't. Because a geometric is different than an apparent. An apparent is based on a refraction. And you can only get a geometric horizon by measuring it. You don't have to like it.
Yeah, that's another repetition of how many words you're getting, rather than you pummeling the fact that he can't derive geometry from an apparent location by your standards and your definition that apparent is not geometric.
One word, 2 words.
Yeah, that's another response about how many words he's got, rather than addressing the argument. Scared of the argument, only addresses how many words he gets.
2 words.
Yeah, that's all he's ever going to address. A bit like calling me scared. Yeah, I'll tell you this, little man. I'm not scared to point out that he hasn't got a geometric value when he's measuring an apparent location. He's not going to get within 5% of it because we can't see it. I'm not scared. I'm destroying a globe, Faith, you hold.
1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got 4.
Sorry, let's just establish with Rumpus on mute if he's not listening to me again, same as yesterday. Anybody in Discord? Did he listen to any of my rebuttal? Was he too scared? Did he talk through every bit of it so he couldn't hear it, so he didn't have to respond to it?
Do you know the answer to that?
No, I want you to tell me, Neil.
All he did was say 3 words, 4 words, 2 words.
You talked through the entire...
So like the last time we got to this concluding point, he called me scaredy cat. And on this occasion, I've said I'm not scared to discuss the fact that you cannot derive geometry from a horizon he defines as not geometric. That would be apparent. Now, that's an impossibility that he cannot square. And he's so terrified to actually even listen to me point it out that he'll say 1 word, 2 word, 1 word, testing 1, 2, 3, 1 word, 2 word, 3 words, 1 word, 2 word, continuously, so he doesn't have to listen to it. It's the only tactic when you've lost. So I'll summarise, not with Rumpus saying 1 word, 2 word, 3 words, because I've heard everything he's got to say, as has the audience, when he got given a chance to rebut what I claimed, which is you cannot, this is a fact, something Rumpus will never get around. Fact.
I'd like to explain fact and imagination. A fact is a fact. It's not an imagination. It's not an opinion. It's not a belief. It's a fact. Your apparent horizon is not a fact, and you cannot measure an imagination. You cannot measure a belief. Can you bend a concept? You retards.
You can't derive geometry, as is claimed Al-Biruni did, from something he can't see. Now, according to Rumpus and every fundie on this circuit, we cannot see a geometric horizon. So you're not going to get within 5% of it. You're not going to derive an R from it, precisely what Al-Biruni is claimed to do. Now, Rumpus cannot address this. He's lost. So scaredy cat, I only get 3 words is the only response we'll ever get from him. You don't have a geometric horizon. What you've got, though, is an imaginary tangent to a point you can't see. Because here we are with AB Science's explanation.
You're imagining things when you believe that an apparent horizon is a physical location. It's only between your ears. Like the giant schlong that's been slid down your throat by your pseudo-priests. You fucking monkey.
For this little problem, with a location of a geometric horizon, but his line of sight being bent like a donkey dick to an apparent horizon. 2 separate things. Now, according to Rumpus, Al-Biruni was measuring the second one, the apparent one, the one that isn't geometric. So he's never going to derive an R value from it, and there's no way round it. Oh, well, other than calling me a scaredy cat, and moaning about how many words you've got in while I point this out over and over and over again. You haven't got a geometric horizon, fundies. You, fundies with a globe belief. You need a geometric horizon. Your entire religion is based on it.
Love for Rumpus to tell us how Al-Biruni calculated within 5% of a geometric horizon, not being that he never saw the geometric horizon. We can find.
How do you calculate within 5% of a apparent horizon or a geometric horizon when you cannot see the apparent horizon? How do you calculate something that you cannot measure and call it 5%? How can you do that? Oh, yeah, right. You're in imagination land. That's right.
And that out, that'd be great. That's it.
I think he was trying to tell us that they don't really need his attempt to prove R anymore. They just presuppose it, but he never got to saying it.
Can I ask a question? This is a very important question. From the geometric horizon that's supposed to be there and the apparent horizon in the black swan, what is the percentage difference in that? Does anyone know? Someone calculate that?
Oh, it's enormous. I don't know about percentage, but what I do know is that if you calculate the assumption of a geometric physical sphere.
Just for some fill-in information, the black swan is seeing way further than you should be allowed to see on the ocean or on any flat surface on the plane, and it doesn't make any sense based on the trigonometry, the dimensions that are given to us on a ball Earth of 24,800 miles in circumference. You just simply would not be able to see that far. And it's not a little bit, it's a great amount. It's from 2 miles to 20 miles to 30 miles to 80 miles. It's absolutely ridiculous. And people are pretty much had enough. And we want some answers. We don't want your fundamentalist belief. We want the truth. We want to know why you cannot show us the truth. Why you have to fucking lie. Why do you have to lie about apparent horizons and not talk about geometric horizons. This is a ball that we live on that you claim, that everyone that is a ball-tard claims. It has to have physical dimensions that can be measured. But you can't. The reason you can't is because most of you are retarded, and the retards are following the filthy sick liars with all the money. Look, we got money. Let's tell you everything's true. Look at my spacesuit. Hey, oh yay, we're true. They're just ripping you off, lying to you, making fun of you, laughing behind your back, and you think they're laughing with you, and they're laughing at you. Well done, retard.
For a horizon, when calculating the black swan image, you end up with a radius value that would give you a circumference of an Earth that is the equivalent of the orbital path of the moon in the heliocentric bullshit world of a sphere Earth in a vacuum. So you'd have an absolutely enormous sphere if you calculated that to be a physical sphere edge. Now, as a result of that, Paul, their rebuttal to that, Paul, is to say we do not see the geometric horizon. And on screen now we have Al Biruni's claimed measurement to C, which is the geometric horizon, which he derived R from.
This is a severe contradiction. And if you believe that you're measuring to a geometric horizon, you are a severe retard. And if you believe that you can get accurate measurements from measuring to an apparent horizon, you are a drooling severe retard. You may as well put yourself into a fucking mental institution because you have mental problems. This is being pointed out with facts. You know the difference between a fact and a belief and imagination? This is facts versus imagination, and facts will win every time. You don't have to like it.
Based on his dip angle measurement, utilizing an imaginary horizon drawn 90 degrees to his zenith at A. So based on the dip between an imaginary horizon and C, the geometric horizon, to give him an R value, he is absolutely without question assuming that he is measuring a physical, geometric, sphere edge horizon. The very same horizon that we are being told by the people here who debate that we live on a globe, we cannot see. Ergo, Al Biruni could not measure a geometric horizon to give him an R value because it could not be seen. We cannot further to that come within 5% of a geometric horizon because we cannot see it.